I found your jacket in the closet yesterday. The brown one. The one you wore so much the elbows started to fade. I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for an extra blanket because the nights are getting colder now, and I opened the door, and there it was, hanging in the back like it had been waiting. I stood there for a long time just looking at it. I don't know why I kept it. You left so many things behind when you moved out. Books, a coffee mug, that lamp you always said you'd fix, and I got rid of most of them. Not out of anger, just out of necessity. I couldn't keep living in a museum of us. But the jacket stayed. Maybe because it still smells like you, or maybe because throwing it away felt too final. Like admitting that you were really gone and not just temporarily absent, not just busy, not just needing space. I pulled it off the hanger. I sat on the floor with it in my lap. And I remembered the last time I saw you wear it. It was raining, early morning. You were leaving for work and running late, and you grabbed it off the hook by the door without looking. I was still in bed. I heard you moving through the apartment. Keys, wallet, the sound of the door opening, and then you stopped. You came back into the bedroom. I pretended I was still asleep. I don't know why. Maybe because we'd been fighting the night before, not screaming. Just that low, exhausted kind of fighting where both people are too tired to keep going but too hurt to stop. You stood in the doorway for a moment. I could feel you looking at me, and then you left. I heard the door close. I heard your footsteps in the hallway. I heard them fade. That was 4 years ago. 4 years, and I still think about that moment. The way you hesitated. The way I kept my eyes closed and my breathing steady, pretending I didn't know you were there. What if I'd opened my eyes? What if I said something? Anything. Even just be safe or see you tonight or any of the small, meaningless things people say to each other when they don't know it might be the last time. Would it have changed anything? Probably not. We were already ending by then. We'd been ending for months, maybe longer. It's just that neither of us wanted to admit it. We kept going through the motions, dinners, conversations, sex that felt more like obligation than connection, hoping that if we just kept pretending, it would somehow become real again. But it didn't. You stayed out later. I stopped asking where you'd been. You started sleeping on your side of the bed, facing the wall. I started working more, staying busy, filling the hours, so I wouldn't have to sit in the apartment alone with the feeling that I was losing you. And then one night, you said it. I don't think this is working anymore. We were sitting on the couch. The TV was on, but neither of us was watching it. You said it so quietly I almost didn't hear you. Like you'd been carrying it for so long that when it finally came out, there was no weight left to it. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just nodded, because I'd known. Of course I'd known. I think I'd known for a year, maybe more. But knowing something and saying it out loud are different things. And as long as we didn't say it, I could pretend we still had time. Time to fix it. Time to remember why we started in the first place. But we didn't fix it. You moved out 3 weeks later. You took your books and your clothes and your half of the kitchen supplies, and I helped you pack. We were so polite about it, so careful. Like we were afraid that if we acknowledged how sad it was, we'd both fall apart. You left the jacket. I didn't notice until later. Until I was sitting in the apartment alone. And it was so quiet I could hear the building settling, and I walked into the bedroom and saw it still hanging there. I thought about texting you. Asterisk, you forgot your jacket. Asterisk, but I didn't. Because what if you hadn't forgotten? What if you left it on purpose? And what would I even do if you came back to get it? Stand there in the doorway making small talk like we were strangers? So I left it. And every time I saw it, I thought about calling you, but I never did. At first, I told myself I was giving you space, that you needed time to figure out whatever it was you were figuring out, and reaching out would just complicate things. Then I told myself you'd reach out when you were ready. Then I told myself you'd moved on, and I should too. But I didn't move on. I just got used to the absence. I'd see something that reminded me of you, a song, a restaurant, the way the light looked at a certain time of day, and I'd feel it. That pull, that instinct to turn to you and share it. And then I'd remember you weren't there. After a while, the pull got quieter. The instinct faded. I stopped seeing things and thinking of you first. But the jacket stayed in the closet. I went on dates. A few of them. Nice people. People who laughed at my jokes and asked questions and seemed genuinely interested. But every time I got close to something, every time it started to feel like it might turn into something real, I pulled back. Not because I didn't like them. Because I was still carrying you. Not the version of you that left. The version of you that existed before we stopped knowing how to love each other. The one who used to wake me up by kissing my shoulder. The one who left notes in my coat pockets. The one who looked at me like I was the most interesting person in the world. I don't know when that version of you disappeared. Or if it disappeared, or if I just stopped seeing it because I was too focused on all the ways we were failing. There's this thing I've been thinking about lately. I don't think we stopped loving each other. I think we stopped knowing how to be together. We stopped making space for each other. We stopped asking questions. We stopped being curious about who the other person was becoming. We got comfortable. And then we got lazy. And then we got distant. And by the time we realized what was happening, it felt too late to fix. But was it? That's the question I keep coming back to. Was it really too late? Or did we just decide it was because trying felt harder than leaving? I'll never know. You never called. You never texted. You never came back for the jacket. For a long time, I was angry about that. Not furious. Just quietly, persistently angry. Because I felt like I was the only one carrying the weight of what we'd lost. Like you just walked away and moved on and never looked back while I was still here, still holding on, still wondering what I could have done differently. But lately, I've started to think maybe you were carrying it too. Maybe you were just better at hiding it. Or maybe you dealt with it in your own way, in your own time, and I'll just never know. Maybe you kept something of mine too. Not a jacket, but something. Some small thing that reminds you of what we were. I hope you did. Not because I want you to hurt, but because I want to believe it mattered. That we mattered. That those years we spent together weren't just a detour on the way to something else, but something real and important and worth remembering. Even if it ended. Even if we couldn't make it work. Yesterday, after I found the jacket, I put it on. I don't know why. It's too big on me. It swallowed my hands. But I stood in front of the mirror wearing it, and for just a moment I felt close to you again. Not the you that left, the you that stayed. I thought about keeping it on, just wearing it around the apartment, but that felt pathetic. So I took it off. I folded it. I put it back in the closet, but I didn't throw it away. I don't think I ever will. I've been thinking about what I'd say to you if I saw you again. If I ran into you at the grocery store, or on the street, or in some place we used to go together, would I pretend I didn't see you? Would I wave? Would I walk over and ask how you've been, like we were old friends and not two people who used to build a life together? I don't know. Part of me hopes I never find out, because I don't think I could handle seeing you happy without me. Or worse, seeing you exactly the same, like nothing changed. Like I was so easy to walk away from that you didn't even stumble. But another part of me hopes I do see you, just once. Just to know if you think about me too. If you ever reach for your phone late at night and almost text me. If you ever hear a song we used to love and have to turn it off. If you ever wonder what would have happened if we tried harder, if we fought for it instead of letting it slip away. I wonder that all the time. I know it's pointless. I know we can't go back. I know that even if we wanted to, we're not the same people we were then. We've both changed. We've both lived entire lives since that morning you stood in the doorway and I kept my eyes closed. But I still wonder. I wonder if you're happy. I wonder if you ever regret leaving. I wonder if you ever loved me the way I loved you, or if I made that up too. If I built something bigger in my head than what we actually had, I don't think I did. I think it was real. I think we were real. We just didn't know how to stay that way. I'm not writing this because I think you'll read it. I don't even know where you are anymore. Last I heard, you'd moved. New city, new job, new life. I'm writing this because I need to say it, even if it's just to myself. Even if the words just sit here, unread and unsent, like everything else I should have said when I still had the chance. I miss you. Not the fighting, not the silence, not the slow, painful dissolution of something I thought would last forever, but you. The real you. The one I loved. The one I still love, even though I know I shouldn't. I don't know how to let that go. I don't know if I ever will. But I'm trying. I'm finally trying. Your jacket is still in the closet, though. Just in case.